Right, we are back as Grace. The last episode we were Leon, and now we're switched back to Grace. So we start off right here. You guys probably know what happened, but this is the first collectible we pick up. And just like the last episodes, I'm cutting out all cutscenes, everything like that. This is really just to help you find items. Also, I'm going to cut out scary parts because that is the purpose of this game, to scare the crap out of yourself. That's part of the experience. And I am not going to ruin that. So let's get moving. All right, so this is our first item here, and it's the progress notes. I've never heard of Dexafil. They probably made up a name so they don't get sued or something. All right, so here's blood, probably ours. Nothing to pick up. I think they did a great job with the graphics. Here's that. Looks like we can turn the lamp on. The biggest thing about this place is just finding the items you need to move forward. So there's nothing really important right here. So we're just going to run straight to the first item that we need. That's where we're going to go right after this. All right, let's move on out of here. So this is the first video that's actually my original playthrough, by the way. The first two are my after I beat the game. This is so exciting. The beginning of Resident Evil, when you got to start walking through these scary ass places, you don't know what to expect. It's so thrilling. And like I said, though, I'm taking out all the scares. I do have some reactions that are pretty funny, but I don't want to ruin the game, man. I want you guys to be scared. Very scared. That's the whole point of this. All right, so we got to go find some items so that we can start progressing forward. This red light is nothing. It just helps us see a bit. This scary ass hallway. What in the fuck is that thing? No, it's like an ostrich or something. What is that? All right, so this is another place that's too dark to do anything. So obviously the next step is finding something that we can use. We don't have the flashlight that we had in our first part with Grace. This doesn't work. So don't waste a lot of time in here until you can see. Right now the objective is to get something that will allow us to see. Okay, this requires a key of some sort. There, here we go. We need the fuse cells, just like before, like all the other Resident Evils, which is awesome. So it's a new and improved. There's our key. All right, very good. Time to move forward. All right, so now I bet you this key opens this door. Yep, for sure. The cherub key. All right. It's dark in here, but this next room looks good. Trying to make sure. All right, so this looks like... All right, that's not a bag for us. It's got to be this freak's room. They got the same save typewriter as before. That's pretty cool. So bottles are crafting items, so it's up to you if you use them. I'd only use them if you really have to. We're starting from the bottom. All right, here we go. This is the game changer. So you need this lighter, and now we're going to be able to move through all the areas we couldn't before. At first I was worried that like you run out of fluid, but that's not the case, so don't even worry about that. So let's go light a cigarette and move forward. All right, we need a tool so we can get this fuse out of here. So we can open. What the f was that? All right, I'm gonna go save while I'm alive and can. I recommend you do the same. And then we're gonna run for the dark place now that we got the lighter. Oh, it's gonna be a long night, buddy. So you see how that happened? You could explore this room for 10 hours. If you didn't pick that lighter up, it wouldn't trigger the next event. And that happens throughout this entire game. Like you gotta get to a certain thing in order to trigger the next thing. That's why I figured making a playthrough like this would be much better than one item at a time. Alright, so we got a creepy book. Shadow Ghost. Wonderful. Have you seen the Shadow Ghost hiding in the dark? Wrong way. No, I heard it though. You've seen the Shadow Ghost hiding in the dark. You've seen the Shadow Ghost staying from the light. You've seen the Shadow Ghost because she's been watching you. Holy shit, this is scary shit. Stay in the light, okay. Alright, so let's go open this closet and grab this item. So this is note on cardboard box. This is talking about the screwdriver. The screwdriver is now in the toolbox in the nurse stations. Sewing kit is text blurred and ineligible. Alright, so off to the nurse station we go. Let's double check, make sure there's nothing here. Beautiful little picture. And that's about it looks like. Dude, these graphics, regardless, the graphics are good. Okay, I moved some items out of the closet. Now in the toolbox in the nurse's station. Okay. Dude, I'm like freaked out that I'm gonna look at this mirror and there's gonna be like someone behind me when I look. I know that's gonna happen at some point. At least I hope so. That would be pretty funny. Oh, pretty scary. Pretty awesome. There's been way too many mirrors, dude. So I believe right here on the right of me, there's an empty bottle, but we can't grab it because there's no light. Visiting hours, notice of visitors, no smoking. Okay. All right, now we can go in here though and see. So right here, there's an empty bottle, but I already picked it up. All right, so there's a door here. All right, so we'll grab this med injector over here.
Oh my god. This looks important. Oh, maybe.
All right, so now this toolbox, if you want to know where it is, it's up on top of this bookshelf. So we got to move this, which is going to make noise. And there's a thing behind this, and the toolbox is up in the right corner. So this, you can get a herb, green herb, and then right up here on the shelf is the toolbox. So the thing we were pushing, we got to climb up that to get it. I just got to make sure the coast is clear. All right, so now you want to pull this. There's nothing under here, but you still want to interact with everything that's in a room. Like I said, a lot of things will trigger the next thing, possibly. Idiot. There it is, too. Okay, I found the toolbox.
Yes.
So then from here, you just want to get out of here and run and get to wherever you can get to and regroup. That's what I'm doing. Alright, now from here, we want to head to the fuse box, open it, and grab the fuse. Oh my god, I'm saving. Whew. Alright, so now hit this. We're going to go straight to it, open it up, grab the fuse, and then we're going straight to the door. And that's a wrap for Grace. And give me your feedback on how you feel about avoiding spoilers on this video. I would appreciate it. Peace.